malevolent potential. This was not a place for petty squabbles. This was for grievances that festered, for wrongs that demanded a symphony of retaliation. Elias had been ruined by his former business partner, Julian. Not just outcompete, but systematically dismantled. Sabotaged contracts, stolen ideas, a whispered smear campaign that turned friends into strangers. The law offered no recourse. Julian was too clever, his schemes always hovering just within the bounds of plausibility. Elias needed a solution the courts couldn't provide. The proprietor, a gaunt man with spectacles that reflected light like polished coins, emerged from his shadows. "You seek equilibrium," he stated, not asked. "I seek justice," Elias corrected, his voice tight. "We are the same thing here, just with better presentation," the man replied, a thin smile playing on his lips. He led Elias to a glass case. Inside, on a velvet cushion, sat an unremarkable black fountain pen. The Carthago. "A pen?" Elias asked, skepticism overriding his despair. "Its ink is persuasive," the proprietor said, lifting the case lid with reverence. "It does not force a lie. It merely unlocks the absolute, unfiltered truth within the subject. They will confess every transgression, every hidden shame, every malicious intent, voluntarily, and with great flourish." The price was steep, a cherished memory of his late father. Elias paid it without hesitation. Weeks later, at a gala celebrating Julian's latest merger, Elias approached, the pen clipped to his breast pocket. "Julian, a moment, for old time's sake? I just need a signature on a trivial document." He offered the Carthago. Julian, smug in his victory, took it with a condescending chuckle. "Of course, Elias. Always happy to help." The moment the nib touched the shareholder agreement, Julian's eyes glazed over. He finished signing his name with a flourish, then looked up, his face a mask of earnest compulsion. "This feels like an excellent time to come clean," he announced, his voice booming across the crowded room. He began to speak. He detailed the corporate espionage, the embezzlement, the bribes. He confessed the lies about Elias, then moved on to other sins. Tax fraud, an affair of the mayor's spouse, even the time he'd keyed a car and blamed it on a child. The crowd stood in stunned silence, phones recording every damning word. Security tried to intervene, but Julian, weeping with cathartic honesty, fought them off to continue his confession. Elias stood silently, watching his rival architect his own ruin with the truth. Julian wasn't arrested at the gala. He was escorted away by men in darker suits. His empire collapsed by morning. Elias returned to proRevenge. The bell chimed its cold promise. The proprietor was waiting. "Satisfactory?" he asked. "The balance has been restored," Elias said, placing the pen back on its velvet cushion. He felt no joy, only a cold, quiet finality. He had got what he paid for. The memory of his father was gone, but so was the poison of hatred. He left the shop, the door closing behind him on a world where revenge was not a heat, but a perfect, calculated chill.